Hey, thanks for checking out The Solid Verbal. Now would be a great time to subscribe to the channel for college football content all off season long.
All right, next up. Give me Deion.
Okay.
Give me Deion. Let's make it interesting, right?
All right.
Am I on the record for saying that Deion could get to 5 wins? I believe I'm on the record for that.
I have it listed as Deion Sanders max 4 to 5 wins.
Yeah. I think I said at some point, and we cut a video together where I said 4 or 5 wins for Deion. Look, it's just really interesting. If nothing more, it's interesting. And if I'm going to have to watch and track these coaches week in and week out in hopes of winning some imaginary stakes, which we should probably figure out before the end of the show or at least the end of this week, I want to be on Deion's side. I don't want to underestimate what Deion's done so far. 5th in the transfer portal rankings. No surprise there. Brought a bunch of guys with him, brought his own baggage with him, as he said in his introductory statement to the team. 25 guys, had a pretty good recruiting class as well. Obviously headlined by Cormani McClain, the defensive back, number 1 overall defensive back that was previously committed to Miami, but now is coming to play alongside Travis Hunter. And of course, Deion Sanders, notable defensive back in his own day.
Sure.
It's a tough schedule, man. It's a tough schedule. There is definitely a bit left of the imagination here. If you're taking Deion Sanders, if you're looking at Colorado going into this year, because they open with runner-up TCU, the Horned Frogs, on the road, no less.
Mm-hmm.
The remainder of the schedule, this is what this looks like, okay? Nebraska at home. Colorado State at home. At Oregon, USC, at ASU, home against Stanford. Then at UCLA, home against Oregon State, Arizona at home, at Wazoo, at Utah. Pretty much all of those teams, I would say 80% of those teams are really freaking good.
Sure.
I don't want to play Oregon or USC. I don't want to play Oregon State. They got better. I don't want to play Utah. I don't even want to play Arizona. I think Arizona is getting better. So there's a handful of teams here that you look at and say, all right, where are the wins? But even Nebraska got better. TCU maybe losing a lot, but still should be pretty solid. Week 1 going up against a rebuilt Colorado team. There's obviously a boom or bust quality to this. Yeah. And by boom, I mean 5 wins. By bust, I mean 1-11. Like, it's all kind of there for Deion Sanders, not the least of which is we have not seen him coach in this level. We don't know how the talent's going to translate. We don't know how the coaching style is going to translate to Boulder. But look, Deion, Colorado, nothing if not interesting in 23. And if we're getting to the point now where we're, 8 picks into this thing?
Mm-hmm.
Give me Deion, baby. I'm in.
Yeah, definitely a jag hunting situation outside of, certainly Travis Hunter is not just a guy. So there is star power there. I like the coordinator hires long term. There's just so much new, but I think, the floor is for sure higher on both sides of the ball, line of scrimmage, especially if any of the edge rushers worked out. That was a priority in the portal. I saw with Taylor Upshaw from Colorado. They've got a linebacker in from Clemson. They're guys on this Colorado squad that at least gives you confidence that they're just not going to lose 35-3 every week.
That's right.
If they find themselves playing against a team starting a backup quarterback, well, who knows? And a number of these teams in the Pac-12 are going to look pretty different this year. So maybe there's going to be an adjustment period for some of them. So I don't hate the Deion pick, and that certainly has a high ceiling because of the talent level at certain spots, and that the Pac-12 is not a conference of out-and-out killers. And so if Colorado is improved and Deion is legit, as he showed himself to be on a much smaller level at Jackson State,
right,
that Colorado could be in that position to just, happen to win a bunch of 2019 games or something. That would be the case to me. He was a bit of a stay away just because I think the variance is pretty high.
Very high.
I think he's a good coach. I just don't know about year 1 or year 0, however you want to classify this. So I don't mind the pick.
The influx in talent is what makes this interesting. I mean, Deion is a notable personality, and he will be fun as hell to follow throughout the course of this year. I'm with you. I believe he's a good coach. I think he's proven he could be a good coach, and we've seen a lot of notable NFL caliber players go and coach and not be able to reel in the kind of talent that he has. So just by virtue of the talent coming in, they have to be better. I think they'll be better. But how quickly can you get them organized? I don't think the schedule is easy, especially for a team that is going through such mass turnover the way that Colorado is. It's a lot to ask to get to 5 wins. That would be a huge success in year one for Deion. But let's make it interesting.
All right.
Deion.
If you're any of these teams on their schedule, what is deterring you from running straight at Colorado?
Nothing.
Every play,
Nothing.
right? That's
Nothing.
the issue. It's just like, what is it about their front as it's currently constituted that makes you think any other game plan is sound at the moment? Yeah.
Nothing.